My name is Hannington Odame. I am the regional hub coordinator for the East African region. And I'm happy to be here to give some insights on how the program is going. I think what makes APRA stand out is from the onset, the approach they have taken. Commercialization in Africa has been going on for many years. But I think taking a political economy perspective, especially taking the social dimensions, women empowerment, girl empowerment, nutrition, issues of food security, these are unique things because commercialization has been more or less productivity and increase in income, but issues of social dimensions have never been taken into consideration. When we were setting up APRA, the issues of informing policy was very critical, and also coming from the background of having implemented the Future Agriculture's Consortium and putting the lessons we learned into practice. So we thought from the beginning we must set up some conversation at different levels. For instance, the setting up of the regional hubs and bringing together the so-called critical friends, the regional group or reference group coming from different disciplines. They would serve as champions, but also they would serve as mediators with the policymakers. And so there was also, we had a stakeholder forum, PIPA process, where we brought stakeholders from different angles so that we could speak to the agenda that are national priorities. And so earlier engagement is one of the issues. Secondly, highlighting some of the policy priorities and moments that are going on, both at national level, regional level, and international level, and engaging a whole chain of actors. So what we did within the PIPA exercise was to identify a variety of stakeholders and develop a kind of initial strategy on how to engage each of these people. Some for information just sharing, some to inform, but others strategically to develop a strategy of engagement to influence policy. I think that is a very, very important issue. And as I said from the beginning, we wanted to make sure that it's not just commercialization with a blind spot to women and girls. So it's an issue that we have to engage, because there is a tendency to slide back into business as usual, being either blind to the gender or blind to the youth. And even youth, we have to disaggregate, male and female youth. And so it's a question we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, because there is a tendency to fall back into the way we do things normally. Gender is just piggybacked onto the issue, not really addressing the fundamentals of gender and also the youth. So we keep aware of this, and so the approach is what we call gender and youth aware approach, such that we keep reminding. It's like the minimum irreducible elements, and so any chance that we tend to forget about it, we ought to remind ourselves, put it on the board, such that we ask ourselves, are we addressing these issues? And I think the mere approach we have taken, being a social, gender and others being cross-cutting issues that inform our approach, kind of is a sign that we must address these issues. And I think we are using different lenses. We are using a value chain approach where we kind of question how far we're going. So there's an approach, a strategic approach we are using, but also where the approach is rather blind to gender and youth, we raise questions and red flags about it.